sacrifice 2 years of being your authentic self for homophobe money.
I see the moral issue here, which is literally that you aren't being yourself. I get that, but I want the money.
Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today we're doing something different. For once! COVID has kind of stumped our creativity a lot and mental health has been fun. Today we're going to be reacting to Reddit posts, in particular, Am I the Asshole subreddit. For those of you who may not know what that is, people kind of post something quite hooking, like, am I the asshole for cheating on my wife? And then when you go into it, it's actually quite a dilemma and it's very polarizing which way you want to go. So we are gonna be reacting to some gay Am I the Asshole situations, and we would love for you guys to share what you think down below as well, because we've only read a couple, but we disagree on quite a few and they're complex.
Yeah, I'm new to Reddit. I feel like I'm a 100-year-old again. Back when you're like introduced to TikTok, well, here I am like, what's Reddit?
I used to think Reddit was for like gamer boys, but I love Reddit now. I've really explored it.
Yeah, see, you're into Reddit. You knew about this Am I the Asshole page. What is it, Paige?
I've posted several times.
You are the asshole, just so you know.
No, you are the asshole. People agree with me.
I have not explored any of this really before. You read out a few titles, but like, I don't really know what's going on. This is something new for us. We haven't done this, but if you do like this style of video and like it's something you want us to do more of, we would be happy to do this.
We'd love to.
We love to fight, so if we can disagree on another thing, why not add it to the list?
People are gonna start believing.
I know. You're gonna read them off today.
I am.
I'm just gonna listen and then we'll discuss. But Holly, before we do that, we must get a thumb blast. Amazing, thank you so much. We also need a subscribe and we need to ding-a-ling-a-ling our bells. I think they did them all.
I think that's all.
Good. All right, you ready to dive right in?
Am I the asshole for telling my niece to stay in the closet until she gets her inheritance? My niece recently confided in me that she is a lesbian. I supported her, let her know I'd be there, etc. Usual ally stuff. However, she told me that she was going to come out to the whole world this week. I let her know she should absolutely wait for her grandparents, my parents, to pass. My father is incredibly wealthy and has tens of millions of dollars in assets that he will be passing down once he is gone. My father is a raging homophobe who has flat out stated any gay individual in our family would be written out of the will. And to make sure the rest of us don't just split the money with the gay relative, instead they will have that portion of the inheritance donated to a charitable cause. That money will be erased from the inheritance. Holy shit. Since both my father and mother are incredibly of poor health, stage 4 cancer and debilitating dementia respectively, I told my niece she should stay in the closet for a while longer. If she comes out as a lesbian or they find out, she will literally lose out on $7 million. She was a little sad but was also appreciative, since that is obviously a life-changing amount of money that will allow her to live life luxury until she dies. My wife, however, said that I am being an asshole. I am telling this poor girl to hide who she is just to appease old bigots. That is true. I am asking her to appease old bigots, but I feel like her life quality will be much better with $7 million at the cost of 1 to 2 years in the closet at tops. I've also seen my father's will and know who is getting what, so my niece is definitely going to receive $7 million as long as my father doesn't rewrite or edit his will. Am I the asshole for telling my niece to stay in the closet so she can be a millionaire?
Holy shit. My mind is blown, and also, is that real? People just do that? This needs to be made into a movie.
This has something like 20,000 comments.
Holy
like,
shit.
go here to get advice.
Oh my god.
What's your initial thought?
My initial thought is, wait it out, sis. But I get the dilemma. I understand, because it's like, well, should you hide who you are? But you know what? $7 million, that's a lot of money. I see several sides. I think we should just break it down.
Break it down. We know what it's like to finally come to terms with your sexuality and then to basically kind of sell out for a ton of money, but for a short time. You're not selling out your whole life.
Also, I was gonna be like, well, that's a long time to wait until your grandparents pass for that money to come in, but then he's like 1 to 2 years tops.
Yes. What if it's not 1 to to 2 years because things happen. Not every doctor is correct. So all of a sudden now it hits year 3. Like, what is she gonna do? Google, how long does it take for my granddad to die? What if he finds out that she Googled that he's just waiting for her to die?
She need to figure out a way to hide that.
Hide the search history.
Hide the search history, because that's pretty suspicious.
I've got just the thing.
What?
Surfshark.
Thank God.
Struggling with a moral dilemma? Never fear. Surfshark is a VPN service that allows you to connect to the internet via an encrypted tunnel to ensure your online privacy and protect your sensitive data.
They don't monitor, track, or store what you do online, so you can do your research without fear of being caught.
Surfshark has your back. It not only protects your search history, but also from data theft, tracking, and surveillance.
So now you're in the clear. Live your life, baby. Change your IP address, watch some gay Netflix, and get that inheritance money, honey.
If you guys are interested in giving Surfshark a try, you can use code Paige and Holly to get 83% off and 3 months for free.
Thanks, Surfshark.
Back to, am I the asshole?
Can she get away with telling people, but not telling her grandparents?
But would you risk $7 million? If you whisper to person A, that money could go.
Oh, Holly, I think there needs to be a middle ground. See, because like I told my friends before I told my grandparents, that was several years in between and they still had no idea. Some of the family knew, they didn't know.
Yes.
So I think it's possible that maybe they could at least tell some close friends. She should be able to at least tell some people if the 7 million is important to her. To me, it would be, so I personally would wait it out.
7 million could change your life, your future family's life. You could live your best gay life with 7 million.
$7 million, you would not need to work for the rest of your life if you invested that money.
Yes.
You literally would not need to work. Or like you could do whatever you wanted really, within reason.
And it could go both ways. Are you spiting a homophobe by saying, F you, I'm gonna take your money and live my best gay life? Or is it dirty money because you sacrificed 2 years of being your authentic self for homophobe money?
Oh, Holly, this is very difficult. I see the moral issue here, which is literally that you aren't being yourself. I get that, but I want the money.
How about the other point? If a certain person is gay, that money doesn't get redistributed amongst the family. It literally gets cut out of the inheritance and donated to a charitable cause.
How sick. No, but no, I know. It's not like the family can go, oh, Jimmy, you had this, so you can give it back to Tina and she'll take that. You know, like they can't do that unless they want to split up some money.
But what I'm saying is, you coming out would inadvertently donate $7 million to charity.
Yeah, but that's gonna be donated to a homophobic charity. Probably. I don't know why. I'm just assuming this type of grandparent who's willing to cut this money out like this might donate to someone like Chick-fil-A or whatever that place is called. Is that what it's called? Isn't that the homophobic place?
I think so.
I don't know what it's called.
Okay, just for devil's advocate, what if the cause was something you believed in, like child services, you know, something to help disadvantaged children?
Why would you do this?
Would you lie to your grandfather and
take 7 million from the disadvantaged kids?
would you do it? I don't know.
My final decision here is that I would personally wait, get that money, sis. I would tell my best friends, maybe tell like some family. She's already told her dad, but that again is my own personal thoughts on it. What would you do?
I would wait it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would.
So the answer then is we believe he is not the asshole.
No, he's not the asshole.
I don't think he's the asshole.
No.
We would keep the money, but let us know in the comments below what you guys would do.
Yeah, we'll see if the family's split or not.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next one?
Cool, let's do it. Would I be the asshole if I refused to go to my sister's wedding because I can't bring my girlfriend as my +1? I'm a lesbian and I've been with my girlfriend for almost 2 years now. My family, including my sister, is all fine with me being gay and supportive of my relationship. However, her fiance comes from a very regressive and religious family, and while he himself is fine, his extended family is very traditional and anti-gay. My sister gave me an invitation in person person instead of mailing it, and explained that I wasn't getting a +1 because having a gay couple at the wedding would likely end up causing lots of drama with his side of the family. I'm already getting angry reading this. All of my other siblings have +1s and are welcome to bring their hetero partners. I understand where she's coming from, but it still feels like such a slap in the face. I'm not going to try and force her to give me a +1, but I'm seriously considering not going. I love my sister, but I'm not comfortable spending a whole day alone while my other siblings are allowed to bring their partners just because my sister wants to cater to a bunch of bigots. I haven't said anything to anyone yet, but if I do stay home, would I be the asshole?
All right, let's break this bitch down. This makes me angry too.
I'll tell you who the asshole is.
The sister.
The sister's
the asshole, absolutely. You're putting I understand it's your partner, but your partner's family above your own family, and that to me is really messed up. Especially like all the other siblings are getting to bring partners. It's different if none of them were, right? Like if it was just like no partners, like that's different, but to specifically exclude, like that's horrible. I think the sister is the asshole, but like the bride.
So devil's advocate then.
Yeah.
How often would fiance's parents actually be around the sister moving forward?
Probably not often.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
is it kind of, look, this is one day, I'm so sorry, I know it's wrong, it's one day you've got to sacrifice because they will never affect your lives again. This is just to keep the peace.
You're right.
Is it worth disrupting and causing drama on what's supposed to be such a special day for two people that won't really interact moving forward?
Right. And I can understand that, but you could also say that from the other side, being like, okay, the sister just won't go on that one day. She just won't be there. You guys enjoy your day, but I'm not coming because you won't let me basically be me and bring who I love.
And they've been together for 2 years.
Yeah, it's not like this is like a
not
brand new
2-month thing.
Good point about the timeline. Yeah, the new relationships are tough for like weddings and shit, but
Yes.
to specifically explain that the reason she's not allowed to bring her partner is because like the other family, to me there's no excuse there, and it should be about what they want. It's their wedding day. If the bride and the groom are good with it, why can't she bring her partner?
I absolutely agree with
Yeah.
you. I think it's utter bullshit. I think that the soon-to-be husband needs to sit the parents down and say, my wife's sister is gay, she's bringing her partner, I know you don't agree with it, but this is my day. You're marrying the families together, you need to pick a side. Are you gonna pick inclusivity or are you gonna pick bigotry?
Mic drop, bitch.
Yeah, I'd be so mad. I'd be so angry at my sister because yeah, you're actively choosing your new family over me who's been here for you the entire time.
Your whole life.
Yeah, like it's not on the lesbian to decide whether she's gonna go to her sister's wedding or not. Like that's gonna cause a rift in the future.
So therefore, based off that, in conclusion, she is not an asshole.
Not an asshole. Stamp.
We have a new handshake. Thoughts?
We're not sure about it yet.
We're working on it. We only learned it yesterday.
Am I the asshole for winking at a Christian girl? So I, 18-year-old female, was in school the other day and we were discussing societal issues, and after talking for a while, we landed on being a gay person in this day and age in our country. My teacher mentioned a statistic that states that on average, every 10th person is gay or not straight. Upon hearing that, the aforementioned Christian girl snickered and whispered loud enough so that everyone could hear it. Jane is definitely one of those lesbians. So I turned around, winked at her and said, "You wish." After I said it, she turned pale and was clearly shaken, asking me how I could accuse her of such a thing. I just laughed and told her to loosen up a bit. A few classmates also laughed and she started crying and had to leave the classroom. At the time, I didn't feel bad and I still don't, not really. But both my teacher and a few classmates told me after the lesson to go and apologize, and I should have known not to say such a thing to her since she is very openly Christian and being gay is a big no-no in her eyes. I refused to apologize and I haven't spoken to her since, but I still get some evil stares from her direction. So I'm wondering if I should just suck it up and say sorry.
Oh, wow.
This is interesting actually, because this is one that I can somewhat see both sides.
I think that just because you're religious doesn't mean you can't be gay
Yeah,
too, right?
yeah, yeah.
Because there are lots of gay people that are Christian or Catholic or any other religion. I'm definitely more on Jane's side.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, well, that bitch, that bitch Paige. She's the one that started it by saying,
James definitely won.
the like, just shut your mouth and listen in class. So she started it.
She started it and
Yeah.
she couldn't take it.
No.
She dished it out and she couldn't take it.
No, that's the worst. Don't do it. Just don't do it if you can't take it back.
And Jane embarrassed her, but she would not have come for her had she not started it. So I think shut your mouth and don't say a goddamn word.
Yeah.
Whether you believe in it or not, you shouldn't be pointing fingers. Especially if you think something is condemned and wrong.
Yeah.
And then pointing out in front of your whole class trying to humiliate someone else. You.
Yeah.
Sorry, I've polarized now. Yeah. Bitch. At first, I was like, oh, you know, because if the girl is closeted, which would explain why she reacted so strongly.
Good one. Yeah, is she out?
If she was closeted and she feared that she had been outed, I can very much sympathize with that because something similar happened to me and it was a horrible gut-wrenching feeling when you're not ready. So I would somewhat sympathize with the girl for that. But either way, if you're closeted, you should not be pointing fingers at other people.
Oh, absolutely. And also, I think what she said wasn't even that bad. She just said, you wish, with the wig.
Yeah.
She could have said, you wish, you dumb bitch. And she didn't. I felt like it was classy, respectable.
I think it's a good clapback, honestly.
Yeah, I would vote her class president, personally. I know it's not part of it. I
would go one step further and elect her for president. Should she apologize though?
Oh.
Because the girl, okay, she's not an asshole for saying what she said.
Correct.
Christian girl is the asshole. But should she apologize?
No, maybe not genuinely. If she wants to like move on and let's say they got a class project together, Jane and what's her name, like Trisha or something. Trisha and Jane have a class project and they gotta work together. If it's for something like that where it's like, okay, let's just move on from this shit, maybe then, just for the sake of being able to stay in your own lane and do your work. But otherwise, and also I feel like they don't align anyway, so their friendship is probably not.
Yeah, you're nothing to salvage there.
No.
If it's affecting Jane and it's bothering her that this girl's giving her dirty looks all the time, then go and like make it more of a civil environment.
Yeah.
If it's bothering you, but if it's not keeping you up at night, I say f it. You gave as good as you got and it's not your fault that she reacted so strongly. She shouldn't have thrown the first punch.
Pussy ass bitch.
Pussy ass bitch. Jane for president! Okay, well, I think those three are pretty good. We would love to hear your opinions if you want to number them like 1, 2, 3, or just comment on whichever one you feel strongly about, whatever. I would love to hear what you guys thought. And if you want this to become a series, like a Reddit react or reading Reddit or something like that.
There's so many different things.
There's lots
So
of
we are open to anything. So if you have any ideas or like links to different subreddits that we can look at me using the lingo. We would be happy to look into those too and do some reactions to some new subreddits. Let us know in the comments below and yeah, we'll see you guys next week.
Love you.
Bye, love you.
Bye.